Hi there, welcome to the Future Technologies Conference here in Vancouver, Canada. With me, Rob Meagley, specialized in nanotechnology and currently researching, well, what are you currently researching, Rob?
Well, in my lab, we're making microscopic RFID chips, the little tracking devices that you see in clothing or perhaps when you go through a toll booth. We are learning how to make those invisibly small.
Invisibly small. And what are the main challenges in making those invisibly small?
Well, one of the main challenges is, of course, being able to understand what we're doing when we're working that small. We recently purchased an atomic force microscope that we're very excited about. But in terms of technical challenges, it's a matter of finding a antenna wavelength and form of radiation that can work with that antenna at that wavelength to be able to reach the small size of the chip. Light is actually fairly big when you compare it to nanoscale objects. Yeah. So we're learning how to work with near infrared, the color that you use in your remote control, to be able to successfully address these.
And what is the point in making it almost invisibly small?
Well, you get enormous cost savings in general. When you're printing semiconductor devices, price goes as a function of surface area. So if we shrink the real estate of the chip, we shrink the cost. Second of all, by shrinking the size, they become much more mechanically stable so they can withstand incredible shock. And then third, by making them very small and hard to detect, you can unobtrusively track and mark items for authentication, like tax stamps or precious documents.
Okay. And in the end, on a more philosophical level, what good will this bring to the world?
Well, ultimately, when we have not only the ability to find the chip and track it with radiation, but then be able to input information into the chip, we'll be able to start storing information in large numbers of these devices. A generation after that, the devices will be able to talk to each other, forming a mesh net of devices that'll allow us to move information across distance, store information delocalized within large areas, and ultimately deliver new kinds of architectures. For instance, what I just described is a simple mesh net that wouldn't require any backbone beyond having the little devices in paint and painting a wall. You've created a network.
Oh, that's interesting. We are here at the Future Technologies Conference. Where do you see technology taking us in future?
Well, stepping back, large scale, I think that there are several very large technology trends that are going to be defining the next 15 to 25 years. Certainly, energy resources are a good place to start. We certainly know that there's been a huge push in renewables. Photovoltaics have made great strides in efficiency. But fusion technology is something that certainly bears watching. I know that there are some serious efforts in startups. Certainly Lockheed Martin has made a very big splash and commitment around their compact fusion device. So I think fusion is a huge step. Obviously, genetic engineering coupled with enormous abilities to make sense out of the data with expert systems and artificial intelligence, the ability to start rationally engineering biology as an engineering discipline is certainly an emergent technology. Nanotechnology overall and materials to be able to do quantum computing. And then, of course, there's quantum computing, which is a sea change in speed and difficulty of problems. So how's that for an arsenal of future trends in the next 25 years? We're going to change the way you compute, we're going to change the way you power your house, and we're going to change the way you do medicine.
Well, that's a lot. Looking at this conference specifically, how do you like it so far?
Oh, I think this is an amazing conference. We have geniuses from as many different disciplines as there are people here. We've seen experts in information security, data systems, nanotechnology and materials, and so on and so forth. Really a good eclectic set of experts to solve world problems in a conclave.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you very much. I appreciate this opportunity to talk to you.
And if you would like to see more interviews like these, please check the website. There's loads of more information about any kind of research that you can think of. Thank you.